Yo, welcome to the show. I'm Zack Poff. Got Myckena Guerrero in the house with me.
Hey, everybody.
And Myckena, we are quickly getting to National Signing Day. I know it's a little
the day
different.
we've been waiting for.
February 7th, this Wednesday.
We did have early signing day this year for the first time.
A little different this year because, a lot of big dogs committed on early signing day. And there's still a lot of guys in the top 100 still yet to commit. There's 16 total in the top 100. There was 17 before today, but Leon O'Neal Jr. decided to go back to where he originally was committed to,
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M. So they got a dog right there. He's a big time safety, and they also got Brian Williams in the 2019 class. He's the number one safety in that class.
Well,
He's
looks
also
like
A&M.
we're going to be talking about a lot of corners in the secondary.
Yeah, and we're not going to talk about all 16 kids. We're going to just talk about the top 10 overall. And I believe you're up first with a stud DB from the state of
Florida. Probably one of the best corners in the 2018 class, Patrick Surtain Jr. It looks like he's going to go to LSU. Alabama is also in the mix, but it's been said that the Surtain family has built a really close relationship with their DB coach, Coach Corey Raymond. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you need to feel comfortable. It's going to be your home for the next 3 to 4 years. So, I think it's good that he's taken that time.
And LSU's had some big-time DBs come through in the past. Tyrann Mathieu was there. Jalen Adams was there. And they've had a lot of just big-time guys. And I think Patrick Surtain Jr. could quickly help that out, too. So, speaking of Florida, Nicholas Petit-Frere from Berkeley Prep, he's the number one offensive tackle in the 2018 class. He is yet to announce where he's going to play at the next level. He's set to announce this Wednesday on signing day. And, it looks like there's 4 teams still in the mix. You got Florida, Michigan, Ohio State, and Notre Dame. If I had to put on my prediction hat, I think he's going to stay in the state of Florida. He's going to
go chomp.
He's going to go chomp with the Gators.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think it's a good choice. Emory Jones, the dual threat quarterback, is going to go there as well. So we'll be protecting him pretty soon.
Yeah,
too.
and you put on the tape of this guy. He's still not even close to hitting the ceiling, and he's a top 10 recruit overall in the class of 2018. Pretty good.
So I guess we'll see. So the next, we have another member of the secondary of American Heritage.
How good is that for, Patrick Surtain, senior? He's got the top 2 corners in the class of 2018 in the secondary.
I know, seriously. Tyson Campbell, who had 34 tackles and 2 interceptions on the season. But according to 24/7, Georgia seems like it's kind of in the favor. But I know
the U's
Alabama,
right there, too.
Yeah. And the U, but the U already has 2 enrollees, and they have all bets on Al Blades Jr. So I think Georgia would be a great pick for Tyson Campbell.
I tell you what, though, him and Al Blades would be a nice little 1-2 punch there in that secondary the U. The U's coming back. I'm telling you this. You've got Brevin Jordan coming in. I think he's going to be a baller from Bishop Gorman. I like what the U's doing, and
I really like Jaron Williams as well.
I think he potentially could be a guy that's getting a little bit of run next year as a true freshman quarterback. Too, the last 5-star we're going to hit on Elijah Griffin, son of Warren G, and
G.
first team MaxPreps All-American corner this year. How many touchdowns did he give up to opposing wide receivers this year?
0.
None. He didn't allow 1 touchdown to an opposing wide receiver. You put on the tape of Elijah, man, and he's one of the best all-around corners. Physical, very athletic. He can return punts.
Yes.
And he was arguably the best two-way player in all of California this year.
And he stepped up, like you say, in big-time games. He really proved
Pick
that
6
during
against
the
Matt
Poly
Corral.
game. So that was really exciting to watch. And he is someone that's going to be exciting to watch.
Tennessee looks like it's a 2-team race. Alabama's
West
still
Coast,
in the picture.
West Coast sounds like it's going to be the thing.
I think, Dad's Warren G, live on the West Coast. I think he's going to stay home.
I think so, too.
And go fight on. I'm calling it.
I definitely.
We got another corner from SoCal, too, who is
that's what I was saying. It looks like corners are the hot topic for signing day.
But 4 of the top 5 guys left to announce are all corners.
Of course. But we got to talk about the fastest man in high school football, Mr. 425, Isaac Taylor Store out of Helix High. We all know that he's been compared to Reggie Bush, not because they play the same position, but because Reggie Bush was
both
the
freaks.
last. Well, yeah, but he was the last person to kind of
Helix High,
bring Helix High on the map. But it looks like Alabama is going to get.
You can already just roll Tide. He's pretty
he looked like he was having a lot of fun in Alabama.
Nick Saban out there dancing. They eat pancakes together. They're having a good time. So.
I know. And Alabama specializes in DBs.
And that's what Nick Saban specializes in, too. So.
And his favorite line is, hey, if you come play for me the next 3 to 4 years, you're guaranteed a national championship.
And that's been the case with anyone that's been at Alabama for 3 to 4 years. They've all left with at least one national championship. How many do you think Tua's going to get?
At least another one.
Wow. I think he's going to get 3.
You think?
Kid's a baller. Wait till he's actually, like, consistently
They'll go
playing.
back again next year.
Jalen Waddell, Texas. You knew we were going to talk about some Texas guys.
Yes.
And I'll just say it now. I think he's got the best highlight tape of any wide receiver in high school football. I'm a huge Amon-Ra St. Brown fan.
I was going to say.
I get that. But,
yeah.
I mean, just the plays that Jalen Waddell makes in the open field is off the charts. I believe
so better than Amon-Ra, better than Terrace.
Hey, Amon-Ra is the best wide receiver, I believe.
Okay.
But when it comes to tape, like wow plays, I'm rolling with Jalen Waddell. And I think he's a guy I think he's going to go to Texas A&M too and join Leon O'Neal Jr. But
looks like Alabama was kind of in the
Alabama's
mix as well.
in the mix too, and Florida State's kind of a dark horse. But I think Waddle's staying in state. I think he's going to Texas A&M, and also with Christian Kirk leaving for the pros, I think Jalen Waddle's a guy that can have that same type of impact that Kirk did as a freshman for Texas A&M. And Jimbo Fisher being there, that's a good guy to have when it comes to being an offensive playmaker. He's had a lot of Florida State wide receivers that ended up going to the NFL. Jalen Waddle, though, best highlight tape. Book it.
Name to remember. All right. So we're going to switch, and actually, you just talked about a wide receiver, but I'm going to switch.
But you can go back to California, right?
Yeah. We're going to talk about Devin Williams out of Antelope in California. Now, he started off as the #1 athlete in the 2018 class, but it looks like he chose the whiteout gang.
Yeah. Put on the tape. You see this boy. He's right there with Jalen Waddle too when it comes to highlight tapes. He's baller.
And he tweeted out yesterday he's logging off of all social media.
You think he makes it till Wednesday?
Conclusion Wednesday morning. Please respect my time to think and pray about the decision. I will make that will change my life. Please do not call me or call my phone for interviews.
Devin.
Thank you. I think that everyone should respect it. Yes, I think he.
It's hard for kids to stay off Twitter and social media, though. I think he might end up tweeting before that Wednesday. We'll see.
I don't know. It would be really hard for me to stay off my phone, but this is a very
I know you couldn't make it till Wednesday,
decision. I think he's going to go to U of O.
Yeah. Oregon's coming up hot here in the last
Tyler
couple weeks.
is a great quarterback out of Hamilton High in Arizona, but you also got a great wideout gang, too. You got Jalen Hall. You got Isaiah Crocker out of Intercom. He just committed on the 29th.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be U of O's going to be back.
Hey, Oregon's they getting some ballers to go up there and kind of what they did with Marcus Mariota and obviously those guys, and then the backfield they used to have with like Michael James.
Yes.
But let's not talk about Oregon too much. I'm an SC guy, you know that. Justin Ross, another receiver though. This kid, #1 recruit, player overall from the state of Alabama. You put on the tape of this guy. He's a big-time wide receiver, too. He's a top 50 recruit. And it's coming down to 3 big-time programs, a couple from the SEC, Alabama and Auburn, and the boys from the ACC, Clemson. Man, I think it's going to be between Alabama and Clemson. I think he sees Trevor Lawrence, though, at Clemson, and I think that's where he's going to go ball.
You think so? But you've also got Tua and you got Jalen Hurts.
I know, but I think Clemson, too. I don't know. I'm just thinking Clemson on this one. He might stay home. I think it's 50-50, Alabama, Clemson.
Well, Alabama's coming in for the kill.
Yeah. So. Alabama right now, I think they're #6 overall when it comes to recruiting classes. They always have a strong finish, though. So
they always end up #1.
7 straight years.
He knows how to pull it up.
Nick Saban, 7 straight years with Alabama's had the #1 recruiting class. If they get Ross, they're going to have a good chance to move up to that 1, 2, potentially 3 spot, too. So
I guess we'll have to wait and see on February 7th.
Tanner McKee, what you got?
Yes, of Corona Centennial. Now, he's continued to prove why he's one of the best quarterbacks in
MVP
California.
of the Poly Bowl.
Yeah, along with Kyler Gordon. And we all know he's going on his mission before he puts that uniform back on. But been saying this, I still think he's going to Stanford. And the great thing is that
you
when
just
he
can't wait to
back,
say you were right, huh?
Yes, but when he comes back, he's going to have a great wideout gang. He's going to have Michael Wilson from Chaminade, and he's going to have Mr. Osiris St. Brown.
Peep their HBO Real Sports with Mr. Gumble.
Yeah,
It was
you're
going to
learn a lot about their family.
Equanimous, man. That dude's an absolute baller. But I agree with Amon-Ra. I think he's the best of the family when it comes to that trio.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah. Last guy we're going to hit on, Popka High School out in Florida. Man, we got a lot of Florida guys on here in
We do.
In these top 10. But hey, Florida produces a lot of big-time football players. William Barnes, one of the best offensive linemen in the class of 2018. He is a name to keep tabs on. North Carolina, usually big in basketball, but they get some dogs here in football this year. It looks like it'll come down to North Carolina or Florida. I think with Petit Frere going to Florida, I think that's going to push William Barnes to North Carolina. And that's what I think is going to happen on signing day. North
I
Carolina.
think he's going to go to North Carolina as
North
well.
Carolina getting some studs.
Yeah. They
coming
got
in
Jace
too.
Ruder, the dual threat quarterback, so that'll be a good.
We got to talk about Solomon Tuliaupupu, though. Where do you think he's going?
I'm still thinking UCLA.
Really?
Yeah. I'm hoping that UCLA guy is like for sure.
Oh, wait. Let's rewind.
No.
Let's rewind a little
No.
bit. Because I believe you might have said Amon-Ra St. Brown was going to go to UCLA. How'd that turn
was
out?
back in the day, but he just likes the fan base.
Excuses.
It's not excuses.
I think even might have said Buki, Brendan Radley Hiles was maybe
I
going to
was
go to
thinking
UCLA.
that or Florida State. So
Where'd he go?
Oh, okay, Oklahoma.
Who said he's going to? Who said that he was going to Oklahoma?
He did.
Well, I kind of tried
on
telling
January
you.
6th.
I tried
That's what he
telling you
said.
that's where he was going, but there's still some studs to be called out, and I think actually Solomon Tuliaupupu, I think he is trending towards UCLA right now, but
I think that would be a very smart decision.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to playing time.
He's announcing on ESPNU, I believe,
at
9:30. You know how we
Pacific
roll.
time.
You know how we do it in SoCal, though. You say 9, you mean it'll be like at 9:30. So you know how that is. But hey, we'll be Facebook Live all day with signing day stuff. Also, watch CBS Sports Network. There'll be signing day show going on all day, and then we're gonna close out the day, do a little Facebook Live, talk about the winners and losers of National Signing Day. So that should be fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where everyone ends up.
Yeah,
so.
I think we're gonna be right with where we say most of these guys are going. I mean, it seems like most of this is kind of locked in. I think Ross is really the wild card here. Who knows? Because I think it's gonna be Alabama.
You never know.
Clemson.
A lot of these guys. You think one thing and then you expect another.
It is nice though when you're saving. You can be like, hey, every guy that stayed at least three years with me has won a natty. So that's pretty good.
That's what he says.
That's all the time we got. That's Myckena Guerrero. I'm Zack Poff here on MaxPreps.com.